Hi folks, hope you're okay today. It's good to be with you and love to everybody out there. I just want to talk about Plato's cave. Plato, a Greek philosopher, taught about a cave, and basically his idea was there was this cave with basic understanding of life, and outside the cave is a whole world of light. But we in the cave can only know certain things. Only true knowledge will come when we break out of the cave and peer into the light. And the analogy is that the cave is human experience, and outside the cave are eternal ideas. Um, Now, the Enlightenment with Hume and Kant, we kind of went like this, kind of responded to Plato by saying, well, the cave, it's no good looking for these eternal ideas or spiritual ideas outside the cave. All we have is the cave. So what we need is to light a candle. So you put a candle on, and the candle is the light of reason. And we're just going to have to make do within the cave and work in the cave, and that's it. And so you've got Plato here, you have Aristotle, the Enlightenment here, and in the middle you have someone like Saint Augustine, who kind of said, well, yeah, we have this cave, i.e., human reason and experience, but just like Plato, there is this eternal aspect, the light outside the cave. It's not just eternal ideas, but it is the revelation and knowledge of God. And this revelation and knowledge of God comes to us not by our own ingenuity, ability, but by humility, receiving the revelation that God has given us. So these are the three paradigms. You have Plato's cave, you have St. Augustine, and you have the Enlightenment. And in the present time, imagine today our human experience is the Plato's cave. And people say, well, we have all this technology. The candle has become all the technology that we have. There are city lights, there are computers, there's all the medical technology. And so why bother, if that's what is in our cave and what we've made for ourselves, why bother trying to peer through to the eternal, like whether it be ideas like Plato, or whether it be an experience of God, or with Saint Augustine. The problem is this: is that the general ideas to how to live and use technology, eternal ideas like justice, love, truth, you can't find them in the cave. They are outside the cave. So you can build within the cave a candle, and then a candle, city lights and computers and all the rest of it. But if you don't have those eternal truths about who we are as a human being, about who God is and how we relate to God, then you haven't got that sufficient foundation for all these particulars within the cave, because you haven't got general ideas to make work the particulars. So for example, in the cave you might have political power, but without the eternal truth of love, which you get from the revelation of the Word of God, which is revealed in the Bible but also revealed in nature, but it is a revelation of God but through nature. Without trying to peer and understand that revelation in the Word of God and what God has revealed to us, then that general principle, if respect for one another is not there within our high technologies, then our high technologies and political power will be that naked power without any responsibility. And so within the cave you can try and get your eternal ideas, but it's only a cave, it's finite, it's limited, and everything within that cave changes. There is nothing eternal or static that gives you the general ideas for the particulars. So basically, unless you as a rationalist realize that unless you break out of the cave, you might have all the technology, but the technology will only be naked power without responsibility, that you need to go through the cave and peer into the eternal. And the only way to do that is to receive the revelation of God with humility. That is the Bible, which tells you the light of God, where it says in a wonderful way, and this is what the ancient philosophers realized. They realized you needed the general ideas, the eternal ideas, for the particulars. Now that's what you get with Judeo-Christianity, because you can't have a greater idea or eternal idea than the nature of God. And so you see, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This is the revelation outside the cave. And verse 14, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory of the only begotten of the Father, of grace and truth. Outside the cave is light, the eternal Word, and then the Word becomes flesh. The Word comes into the cave, and it's not only a candle, it's not only street lights, it's the eternal light of God within that cave. And that is what our technology and humanity needs. It needs the Word became flesh and dwelt among us in Plato's cave. I hope that's an interest to you, and I hope it gives you philosophical and theological reflection in today's modern world. God bless you.